everyone, I'm Ankita Pokharel. In today's video, we'll do a unit talking about quantity, and here we shall do reading and grammar section for this. Let's begin the class now.
So here we begin the first reading of our unit talking about quantity, and it's about a conversation at a grocery store. Here are two people, a grocer and a customer named Sanju. Let's read what they are up to. Good morning, ma'am. How can I help you? I have to buy a few things. First, I like to have some rice. Do you have basmati rice? Yes, ma'am. It is in front of you. It doesn't look so good. What is that? It's long grain rice. Can I have 5 kg, please? Here you are, ma'am. I need 500 grams of powdered milk. Now she's further asking about milk. What brand would you like? I'd like to have the DDC brand. I'm sorry, ma'am. We don't have that brand. We only have Cabrelli milk. Would you like that? Okay, it's fine. I also need a tin of ghee. No, ma'am. I only have fresh ghee. Are you okay with that? Is it good of quality? Yes, ma'am. The best you can get in the market. Okay, give me a kilogram. What about the price? It's rupees 1100 a kilo. It's not very expensive. Okay, also give me a 200-gram packet of powdered spices and a tube of toothpaste. Okay, ma'am, here they are. What is the total price? Altogether, 1580 rupees. Here is the money. Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome. So here we have just read the conversation at a grocery store in between grocer and a customer named Sanju. Firstly, she's asking for rice. Next, she asks and inquires about the quality of rice. When she gets satisfied, she asks for 5 kg of those. Next, she also asks for powdered milk. And then the next thing she asks for is fresh ghee. And she's also inquiring if they have powdered spices. If yes, she would get 200 grams of it. Next, she's asking for a tube of toothpaste. So this was a very good conversation, and finally there was the totaling done. Right? The total amount was revealed, and Sanju pays the amount, and they greet each other saying thank you and welcome. So we just finished reading a conversation between two people at a grocery store. One was the grocer, second was the customer. They had a very well conversation in order done for a list of things required by the customer. So students, here to the right side of your screen we can see some words given, and they are quality, powdered, packet, fresh, market and money. So using these words we need to fill in the blanks given here in this exercise. Let's try doing it. They went to the desk and bought a lot of things. They went to the market. You know what a market is, right? So they went to the market and bought a lot of things. The store sells the best dash items only. What items? Best quality items only. She never feeds dash milk to her baby. Powdered. Sanju spent a lot of dash buying things from the market. Lot of money. We spend money buying things, right? She always eats dash fruits in the morning. Fresh fruits. Could you please give me a dash of biscuits? A packet of biscuits. So we are done and dusted with the fill in the blanks. Next we have is question answers, and here I want you to do this on your own as your assignment. What do you need to do? Just go back to read the conversation between Sanju and the grocer, and you'll find all the answers within the conversation. Can we do that? It's easy. Let's try doing it. So here we have an exercise where we need to study the given sentences and decide whether the given nouns are countable or uncountable. The nouns which have been highlighted, underlined in blue, we need to decide if they are countables or uncountables. So guys, if you know, countables are those nouns which can be counted in number, and uncountables are those nouns which cannot be counted unless an unit is added before. So let's go to the sentences. How many students are there in your class? Can you count students? Yes, so they are countables. How many books do you have? Can you count books? Yes. How much money do you spend every day on tiffin? So unless we add rupees to money, we cannot count them. So it's uncountable, because unless we add a unit for money, it's uncountable. It's termed to be uncountable. How much meat? It's uncountable. You cannot count meat unless a unit is given, right? How many films did Tom watch last year? It's countable. So here's another exercise to begin with. That's to complete the given dialogue with how much or how many. I guess we have already got the clue. We use how much for uncountable nouns and we use how many for countable nouns. Okay dear, does onions do we need? How many? Only 1 kg, I think. Very good. And how much? Unless we give a unit, we cannot count cheese, right? Mom said about 100 grams. See here, a unit has been given. 100 grams, fine. Now, how many tomatoes, Raghav? We can count tomatoes. We need half a kilogram. What about spaghetti? How many packets? We're counting the packets, right? So, how many packets of spaghetti do we need? We don't need to buy any. We have some at home. Right. The last thing is meat. How much meat do we need? Meat. Oh, 500 grams. That's 500 grams of chicken. All right. We are just done with completing the dialogue with how much or how many. Remember, how much is used for uncountable nouns and how many is used for countable nouns. So here we have a beautiful poem in front of us. Let's read it out. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Creator God made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, He made their shining colors, He made their tiny wings. The rich man in his castle, the poor man at his gate, God made them high and lowly, and fixed all men's fate. He gave us eyes to see them, and lips that we might tell how great is the God I know, who has made all things well. So here in this poem, the speaker is explaining the greatness of God. The speaker explains that all the creatures, great or small, all the things that are wise and wonderful, all the bright and beautiful things has been made by God. The speaker explains it in the first stanza. In the second stanza, the speaker further explains, saying the little flower and the little bird, and even the shining colors and the tiny wings, all the details has been added up by God. In the third stanza, the speaker further explains, saying all the poor and rich men, all of them with their fates fixed, has been made by God. So God is the creator of the things very big and very small. Whatever we term to be saying very big or very small has been made by God. The speaker further explains in the last stanza, saying that it's God who gave us eyes to see all the things that's around us, and it's also God who gave us lips to praise Him with all the things, for all the things that has been made by the God Himself. So here in this poem, we can see the speaker is thankful about being able to get the eyes to praise and see and observe the things that are around us, the nature, all the things present in the nature, all the things created through men has been created by God Himself. Study these sentences carefully. Notice the use of a or an. I saw an accident yesterday. That is a good idea. I need a kilogram of fresh apples. A school inspector is coming to our school today. Alina wants to be an engineer. So here we just noticed the use of and a. So I'm sure you are well known about vowels and consonants. So vowels are A, E, I, O and U. Likewise, consonants are the remaining letters in the alphabet. The remaining ones, right? Other than A, E, I, O, U. So what do we need to keep in mind here is we need to check the sound of the first letter that we are about to add a or an with. The sound, the very first sound, the initial sound of the word that we speak. For example, if we say apple, what's the first sound that we make? A. Is it within the vowel sound? A, E, I, O, U? Yes. So, if the sound that comes, the initial sound that comes before we speak a word is within A, E, I, O, U or vowels, then we add an. Likewise, when we say ball, what's the first sound that we make when we say the word ball? B. B. So, is it within A, E, I, O, U? No, it's within consonant B, right? So, whenever we have sounds that begin with a consonant letter, we write a. Remember, we check the first sound, not the first letter. Okay? So, let's try doing a few of these exercises while the remaining is going to be your exercise. I want to ask you question, dash question. K. Did we say k before we spoke the word question? Yes. Is it within A, E, I, O, U? K, the sound k? No, it's within the remaining, the consonant sound, right? So we use a question. It is dash nice day today, isn't it? Again, nice. What's the first sound that we make when we say the word nice? N. Is it within vowels? A, E, I, O, U? Again, no. It's within consonant. No. Right? So again we write a nice day today. Likewise, let's go to number D now. That elderly man was carrying a heavy load this morning. So what is the very first sound that we make when we speak the word elderly? Eh. Is it within vowel sound? Yes. So if the sound is vowel, if the initial sound is vowel, what is the article we use? We use an. An elderly man was carrying a heavy load this morning. So use this technique to complete the given sentences. It's your assignment. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.